Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Now today what I want to do is share with you how you could actually leave a legacy for your family utilizing life insurance. Now the example I'm going to give is an example that I used in my book, Get Your Life Together, now available on Amazon. Now in this particular example, we're using a 30-year-old male funding a policy with $10,000 per year for 35 years up until age 65 for retirement. Now, this is just an example. Your number could be $5,000 a year. It will just be less money, obviously, right? But in this particular example, we're using $10,000 per year for this 30-year-old male for 35 years at an interest credited of 6.6%. Now, life insurance policies, interest credit usually are anywhere from 4% to 8 or 9%, depending on the type of policy that you have and the performance of the policy. So we're using 6.6% right there in the middle for this particular illustration, okay? So let's get started. All right, so $10,000 per year for 35 years. So at the end of 35 years, this person would have funded the policy with $350,000. All right, that's their total fund, right? That's 10K per year. All right, for 35 years, right? The interest credited is 6.6% as we discussed, right? Now, what I want to show you is that you could actually leverage and utilize this policy throughout the year. Now, throughout the years of funding the policy. Now, our end goal is to transfer our wealth, right? To transfer that and leave a legacy for our family members. But this policy, you can use it for either or either. It doesn't have to be just for one thing, right? You can use it for wealth transfer, you can use it to get retirement income, and you can leverage it throughout the years of funding the policy and building cash value. So you could do everything with this one policy. So it doesn't have to be an either or, it could be all, right? So I want to show you that aspect as well. So let's look at how much the policy will be worth in terms of cash value in year 10. In year 10, after putting in $100,000, that's $10,000 a year, right? In year 10, we're at 125,719. Could you leverage that? Obviously, you can leverage it and borrow against that to buy assets, pay the loan back. Meanwhile, the policy continues to grow. So you can have this as well. In year 20, the person will have $384,675 in cash value. So they funded the policy with $200,000, but they have $385,675. And at the same time, a death benefit of $734,730. So look at that for a second. 20 years into the policy, after funding the policy with $200,000, this person has a cash value of $384,675 and a death benefit of $734,30. So if the person dies, this is what their beneficiary will get. But at the same time, they're able to leverage $384,675, even though they've only funded the policy with $200,000. So far, so good, right? So let's look at 30 years in now. 30 years in, funded the policy with $300K. All right? The cash value is $891,455. And the death benefit is 1,194,549. So they're funding the policy with 300,000, but they could leverage almost 900,000, almost triple what they put into the policy. They could leverage to purchase assets that's going to cash flow that will pay the loan back, and it would be as if nothing happened. Meanwhile, they're making more money by being able to leverage that to invest in other assets that pays in cash. So that's what they will be able to do, and have almost 1.2 in death benefit. So if they died at that point, that's what their family member would get. Pretty good so far, right? Having to put in this amount, but have access to this amount and have a death benefit of that amount. Pretty good. So let's look at, now they're done funding the policy at age 65. So the plan was to fund the policy for 30 years with 35 for 10,000 a year, right? So now we have 350,000. All right, they're done funding the policy. So what they want to do now is leverage this for retirement income. So in year 66, they want to start taking out retirement income. So pay attention here. Total funding, 350,000. They're going to pull out 100,000 per year in retirement. So at this point, they now have in cash value, which is what they're going to use for retirement income, 1,305,319. So this is the amount that they have now after funding the policy with 350,000. They now have $1.3 million in cash value, which they're going to leverage now for retirement income. But here's the sweet part. Meanwhile, they're pulling out retirement income, the policy continues to grow, right? So it's not invested in the market. So there's no taxes that's been taken out to reduce the retirement income, and there's no loss because it's not invested in the market. It's only going to be gaining. So that's the sweet part. So now they're taking out 100,000 per year for 25 years. Let's assume up until age 90. So how much would that be that they pull out for retirement income? They pulled out 2.5 million, right? 100,000 per year for 25 years equal 2.5 million, okay? Now, let's say they die at age 90. Again, hypothetical situation. What they will transfer to their beneficiary is 712,429. So I want to just recap this to show you what we just did, right? Just to recap. So the policy was funded with $350,000, okay? Total, over 35 years. They were able to pull out 2.5 million in retirement, right? 2.5 million in retirement. So you funded the policy with 350,000, but you're able to take out 2.5 in retirement. Okay, and still was able to transfer a death benefit of 712,429. That's what happened, right? So I want you to understand the power of compounding interest and the power of having tax-free growth and the power of being able to still earn interest Meanwhile, you're pulling out money out of your retirement, so you still have a lot of money to transfer. This is the only vehicle I know that could do this safely. So this is what we did: 350,000 in. So we pulled out for retirement a lot more money than we actually funded the policy in, and we still had 712,429 to pass on to our heirs. So the point was, we want to pass our money to our heirs, right? So they wouldn't have to start. Where did we start from? We start from putting in $100,000 per year. Now they could start from 712. Obviously, I wouldn't want them to put all of it all in at once, but fund the policy maybe over 5 to 7 years. But this is the amount of money you're starting to fund the policy. So imagine how much better that's going to work for a person starting from here instead of $10,000 per year. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. Hopefully you understand how this could work for you. And whether your number is 5,000, 10,000, it still works the same, just different numbers. But this concept works, right? So I explained this and a lot more in my book, Get Your Life Together, now available on Amazon. You can get a copy now. I would leave a link in the description so you can get a copy. Be sure to like if you thought the information was valuable, share it with someone else so they too could actually get the information, and make a comment if you want to ask a question. I always answer questions whenever my subscribers have a question. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and hit the notification bell so anytime I release a video, which is at least once or twice a week, you'll be notified. Until next time, talk to you soon.